Hello to all my Yellowjackets out there. My name is EJ Marino and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. What's been taking you so long? We are neck deep into this season of Yellowjackets and we have possibly the best episode yet. Yes, we are talking about Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 5. Did TAI do that?
Did I do that?
You know, for me thinking this is one of the best episodes we've had this season, the adult drama is a bit thin this episode. Yes, we have Misty going full murder she wrote. I've been waiting for that for quite some time. We have dueling investigators with Walter and Shauna and Misty on one side. Okay, cool, weird. I'm into all of that, but I was just like, so what are we doing with TAI's family? Why are we here? What is the point? All of that's okay, but the younger story this episode, what the hell is that ending? I was prepared for a brutal, shocking thing with the shooting. Somehow, what they ended up doing to Ben was even worse than anything. I would have rather y'all shot me in the face and I bled out for 6 hours than what they did. Because Achilles tendon, one of my weak spots in horror. It grosses me the hell out. But yeah, I was really intrigued by this. Did I kind of tune out a little bit with Melissa and Shauna? Yeah, I do not care about lesbians in the woods. I know that sounds like a great adult film that you all would have probably loved. Not me. Okay, maybe not my audience. Maybe lesbians in the woods is maybe not your thing. My demographic is mostly women, so actually, who knows? Who knows? But you know what I know? I don't care about this story. Maybe when eventually Hilary Swank is revealed or whatever we're doing with the Melissa story, I will maybe like it in retrospect when I actually get the goal of what we're doing, but I don't know, I just don't care about it. We've completely shifted Shauna's character, but maybe this has always been Shauna, at least a younger Shauna's vibe, and I'm just now seeing it with this season because she is adamant about 1, killing Ben, about 2, being the queen of this pack. I don't know if I want that responsibility. Obviously, Nat's not handling it well. She doesn't handle well in adulthood either. So, I'm just like, Shauna, do you want this position? We also have Akilah and Lottie and Travis in the middle of the one cave that gets you high. That was also the weirder part of this episode. But overall, I really had a fun time. I thought the ending was shocking. I really enjoyed Misty and her adult stuff, looking for the clues and going through Lottie's house and that scene with Shauna and Lottie's dad. All of that was pretty juicy, pretty interesting, and it made for me thinking this was probably the most compelling, the most intriguing episode, and I think it's going to shift the season from a good position to an even better spot. The episode begins, and we are usually talking about the younger story first, but the episode begins with Misty, identifying Lottie's body. There's an amazing shot of them seeing each other, Misty seeing younger Lottie, and it's emotional. It really sells the unity of both stories. I thought it was great. But yeah, Misty is instantly going into investigation mode. She reveals the news to the girls. None of them are that shocked. Shauna seems a little bit more shocked, maybe because it's revealed she did what she needed to do. Who knows? I don't know the death of Lottie. It's definitely not accidental. Is it Walter trying to get Misty's attention, set up a case for her? Is it TAI in one of her craziness? Is it Shauna? They have set up a mystery there. It is pretty interesting. But yeah, so she breaks the news to the girls. They all take it a certain way. I don't know what TAI and Van's story this episode is. We see TAI's family, forgot they existed, forgot she had the wife, forgot she had the son. Legit, when TAI's ex-wife was like, oh, you're that girl? I was just like, oh yeah, this woman in the park. I really was just like, who was this random woman just talking shit to Van in the park? My goodness. Oh yes, connections. Yeah, that's kind of the only real thing we get in their story now. I'm not really too invested in adult Van and TAI at this exact moment. This was to me all about Misty going into Lottie's house, doing some investigating. We see Shauna's following Misty at one point, and then Shauna's getting followed, and that was just Walter. There's a car accident, very reminiscent to season 1 with Shauna, this time getting rear-ended. My goodness, the secular nature of the show, it seems like. So yeah, we basically are spending the rest of the episode in Lottie's dad's house, and we find out Lottie's been here. Misty is in investigation mode, but Walter's kind of playing a hindrance for her. He's really trying to play a game. She doesn't want to play a game because, again, one of her friends was murdered. He can try to be cute and set up the mysteries and do all that, but she's just like, no, for real, who killed Lottie? I'm not trying to play your little flirty game. When she was like, I can't believe I let Caligula, you bathed Caligula. To me, I've I really feel that every time Misty says something, even though it may sound wackadoo crazy, it seems so sincere from her. That was another moment. So she's investigating. She gets a receipt. We see, the deposit that Lottie made. We have a little bit of details there. We have Shauna have a really strange moment with Lottie's dad. He seems to be in and out of, just being coherent. Maybe he's dealing with a little bit of dementia or something. I don't know, maybe just the DNA is just a little bit wacky over there. Who knows? But it does lead to a moment where Shauna is kind of playing Lottie in a moment, embraces him, gives him a hug. It's strange, and, it adds more layers to Shauna's character here, because I'm like, why do you do that? We don't really know much of Shauna's parental issues, so maybe that's some of that there. Maybe she wanted the hug from the dad, and maybe, he needed that moment with imaginary Lottie. I don't know, but I was intrigued. This was interesting. It was wacky, it was weird, it was kind of funny, the hijinks of it all, but then there was that serious touching moment, and then we saw Misty, get full-on investigative reporter. I thought this was substantial. It fed me enough. I was interested. We didn't spend too much time dealing with stuff that we didn't need to. I didn't really need too much Van and Ty this episode, at least adulthood. We get them in younger version. We will talk about more lesbians and more Woods doing more dirty things. But yeah, for the adult story, it's pretty much easy, wrapped up kind of stuff. Let's get to the younger story, because it gets spicy, juicy, and bloody. We are now in the past story, and the girls are trying to figure out what to do with Ben after the trial. Some of them say burn him at the stake. Full Balenciaga.
Any last words?
Only one.
Balenciaga! I don't know. I think that is horrible, roasting the man, but hey, I don't know, get some imaginary marshmallows put around him. Who knows, maybe y'all could have ate him then, because what y'all are doing to him by the end of this episode is even worse. But yeah, so the girls are basically trying to figure out what to do with him. They land on firing squad, and I'm like, oh yeah, we have a gun, and I guess that is a way of putting somebody out. So we get the firing squad, we have to pick who it is, and it lands on TAI. This is something TAI's not comfortable with. As adamant as she was about that man needs to die. Oh, but you don't want to do it. Oh, I see. So there's this bit of this kind of section here where Van and TAI are practicing shooting. I love these two younger versions. Seeing Jasmin Savoy Brown just act, especially how good she does in these moments. I love her. As much as I love adult, Lauren Ambrose. Young Van, though, is so good. Anyway, so we get some moments of them. We're trying to say maybe we can get Dark TAI out. Maybe she could be the one to do it. They have full sexy time. I love these lesbians in the woods. Yes, sure. But then we cut to Shauna and Melissa, and she's building her. She made her something. She made her a gift. They hook up a little, and I'm like, I don't care. Because again, Shauna's a character I really much was always on Team Shauna. Now shifting this character, it is character development. It's just developing in a way I don't like. And then the other weird story in the younger section before we get back to Ben and all of what he's dealing with is, I don't know, Lottie wants to get people high in the cave and see the future, and then Akilah has a vision about Ben being the bridge, so I don't know. When we get trippy, wackadoo, ooh, what's going on, mysticism, my brain starts going, huh?
What? Oh. Okay.
I feel like Travis. Travis is just what are we doing? Every time we cut to him, he's just Lord Jesus Christ, what are we doing? I feel that, but he's just trying to keep himself safe, because he knows if he does not work with Lottie, because Lottie has some control, Lottie does still have some power here with her attachments to the woods, he knows probably the moment he is not with her, everyone's against him. So I see it. I see what he's doing. Akilah has the vision, which ends up being something of a bit of a savior later on. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I just don't know what we're doing with these three having visions. I hope this has a decent conclusion, because I'm a bit confused about it now. And then lastly, probably my favorite ending of a recent Yellowjackets episode. Whoa. We are getting Ben ready for the firing squad. He has that moment where they try to put the hood over him, and he's like, no, I want to look y'all in the eye. If y'all gonna do it, woman up, shoot me. And they're like, you don't deserve it. I'm like, holy smokes, it was going to get intense. TAI kind of takes over for a second and is really going to shoot him. She goes to shoot, and, we see the hallucination gang basically save the day and say, he is the one. And I'm like, it's intense. I mean, Ben screaming, I felt it. I thought it was going to be one of the bleakest endings of a Yellowjacket episode yet. And then we get a moment of levity, like, oh, Ben's saved. Okay, we'll find out what he needs to be the bridge the next episode. Oh, there's still more episode. Oh, why is Shauna and Melissa in the little pig pen? Because he's hanging out in the animal farm, basically. Animal farm. I'm not making a connection to George Orwell right now. But yeah, we have all of that happening. I'm like, why are they here? Oh, they're cutting his ankle. Oh, he can't walk. So baby has 2 messed up legs now. At this point, y'all could have roasted me, spit roasted me, put me in the pit in the floor, make some food. I don't know. Y'all could have left me for bear food. Y'all could have let me hallucinate in that cave because missing leg, unusable leg now. Holy smokes, this is the worst possible scenario. One of the darkest, most hard-hitting endings of a Yellowjackets episode. I ate this up. Well, that is it for my review of this week's Yellowjackets. We got ankles cut. We got murder mysteries happening. My goodness, welcome to the world of Yellowjackets. I had a blast with this week's episode. This is coming out a bit later. I'm trying something different. We'll have more footage over here. This is kind of the time I would drop my Dexter reviews, so maybe more people can find it. Maybe the algorithm likes it more. Let me know what you guys prefer. I really did enjoy watching it. I enjoy reviewing it. I could probably get 2 views on these videos and I would still talk about Yellowjackets because there's always something juicy with my troublesome girls. What did you guys think of this episode? What did you think of this review? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. YouTube takes them way too seriously. Oh, also share this with your friends. If you have friends who like Yellowjackets, bring them in. I always say my videos are like calling a friend and being like, girl, did you see that show this week? Did you see the episode? I don't know, let's have a 3-way call. Bring your friends and let's talk about this wild show. What else do you guys want to see on my channel? Leave some suggestions down below. Look at this, I tried to add a new thing to my ending routine and I messed up. My goodness. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and let's talk about the latest Yellowjackets right down below.